stuck in a dark place with other people, just wondering if you're ever going to be able to escape. Sounds like me every time I have to go screen a Michael Bay movie. The 33 tells the true story of 33 Chilean miners who got stuck in their mine for 69 days and how the world reacted to their plight and what was happening with them. It is an incredible tale and a very recent one. This was just 5 years ago, 2010, when this event happened. And the news coverage was crazy for those days, weeks, months that they were stuck down there. So it could be pretty fresh in your mind, which is interesting to make a movie when some events like that are still so fresh in your mind. But the question is, how well do they do? Well, let's just start with the fact that they are given an advantage here by having such an incredible story. This story is phenomenal. What these men went through, how they went through it, how they persevered, how they survived, how their families and communities came together is really incredible stuff. And it's almost enough to make, no matter how they did it, worth the experience just to kind of see that story on screen. Plus, Antonio Banderas is really, really good in this. Probably the best thing about the movie. His performance is touching, moving, strong, funny. He's charismatic. You like him. He plays the miner that became known as Super Mario, and kind of was the leader down in the mine with these people as they were going through this. And he does such a fantastic job that I think it's very much worth noting, and one of the things about the movie that really works. Unfortunately, the rest of the movie making stuff isn't really that great. Just because you have a great story does not actually mean great filmmaking. There's some pacing issues here. It really drags in a few spots. There's some acting issues around Antonio Banderas. Lou Diamond Phillips is okay, but then others around them just aren't up to the task of being at their level, which I know is quite a lot to ask when Antonio's doing what he's doing, but still those issues do affect it. But really the main thing for me was the lighting. I really felt like this movie was too dark. Now, I get they're in a mine. It's dark down there. But you got to do a little Hollywood magic to at least let us see our characters' expressions, to see what's happening with the destruction. I have a feeling these amazing destruction scenes would have been so much better if I could have actually seen what was going on, and it would have given me more of a feel of the force of this event. But because everything was so dark, I really couldn't feel it. I couldn't experience it in the way I wanted to. And I think you can do that without making it look like it's a sunshiny day. You can still make it look like it's in a mine, but give me the information I need visually to experience this experience with them. So that was probably the main thing for me. Overall, this is a great story in an okay movie. And I think the story is good enough that I'll give it a B-. Thanks for checking out this Your Movie Friend review. Stay tuned for the Best Ever Challenge here in a bit. But first, if there's other places you would like to go with Your Movie Friend, maybe see some other stuff, great place to start is by clicking the cards up in this corner on YouTube. It'll slide out and you can see other recent videos as well as a link to the website and how to support the channel if you want to do that. Also encourage you to follow me on Periscope, Aaron Dicer, Aarondicer. Periscope when I come out of movies as soon as I've seen them to kind of get my initial thoughts and have conversation with other movie lovers about it, kind of answer your questions, those kind of things. So if you do the Periscope thing, follow me there. And also the podcast, SiftPop, SiftPop is the official podcast of Your Movie Friend. And you can subscribe to that in iTunes, Stitcher, or however you do your podcasting. All right, on to the Best Ever Challenge. This is where you name the best movie ever in a particular category. Also try to identify my choice. Since we loved Antonio, I'm going to go with the best ever Antonio Banderas movie. A lot of good ones here. You may not realize kind of the span of his career, but some good stuff. I'm going to have to go to the one that resulted in the phrase, the Academy Award goes to Woody, the cowboy. Nobody ever said that, but it happened. Take a guess at mine in the comments. Leave yours there too. And as always, here's 5 extra seconds to hit subscribe. Subscribe to the channel by clicking the logo right down here.